coming in from the Atonement Catholic Academy in San Antonio, Texas. This is the Crusader Times with Mick Skeens and Juliet Powell.
Welcome, I'm Mick Skeens.
And I'm Juliet Powell. Welcome to our second broadcast of the Crusader Times. For this issue, we will highlight the achievements of our upper school's fall and winter sports teams. As the seasons change, our Crusaders demonstrated unparalleled dedication and sportsmanship out on the courts and on the fields. This broadcast celebrates the performance of our Lady Crusaders soccer team and our men's soccer and basketball teams, reflecting the spirit of teamwork and excellence that defines our Atonement community. Join us as we recap some unforgettable moments and commend the hard work of our student athletes throughout these great seasons.
To begin our Crusader Times report, we shall draw our attention to the successful season that our Lady Crusaders soccer team had. In the latter stages of the season, our Lady Crusaders demonstrated some improvement on ball control and strategic penetration, effectively breaking through defensive lines during key moments. On our offensive side, we did a great job creating some opportunities to score, not only due to great team chemistry and ball movement, but also our aspiring D1 athlete Abigail Casey was making moves out there on the field. On our defensive side, our Lady Crusaders showcased a good defensive line, prioritizing coverage and providing recovering defensive positions when we got beat. We were also able to regain possession of the ball at most times when we lost it. As covered in the previous broadcast, our Lady Crusaders had a very successful regular season. Entering into the postseason play, one of their key games was against San Marcos Academy, where it came down to the wire. While the defensive line of SMA left a lot to be desired, it was their goalie that gave our Lady Crusaders some difficulties. Our primary scorers, Abby Casey, Kayla Raimondi, and Emma Sauer, as well as a few of our Lady Crusaders, had trouble finding the net. There was also other opportunities to score by corner kicks, but none were being converted. Thankfully, our savior for that game, Emma Sauer, center back, was able to convert a chance when she rebounded it off an SMA defender and sent the ball top left from distance. Her goal sealed the win for our Lady Crusaders with the final score of 3-2. Now let us turn to Carlos Flores with his interview of Emma Sauer.
Thank you, Mick and Juliet. I'm Carlos Flores of the Crusader Times. I'm here with Emma Sauer, captain of the Lady Crusaders and plays the position of center back. Today was a thrilling 3-2 victory with Abby scoring 2, but ultimately Emma scoring the winning goal. Please describe that goal to me.
I started taking the corners after we wanted to have Abby in the box, and it rebounded off of one of their players, and I was able to get the angle to shoot it into the back post where the goalie could not grab it.
Nice. And so that means it depends on other results elsewhere that will determine their seeding in state and in district as well. Emma, please describe that to me.
It will be Geneva is at the top, JP2's shirts, and then right now New Braunfels will be playing JP2 Corpus Christi today. To find out whoever wins that, we will play in the next round. If New Braunfels wins, we'll play them away on Wednesday, and if JP2 Corpus wins, we'll play them again on Wednesday at home.
Thank you, Emma, for your time. And back to you, Mick and Juliet.
Thanks, Carlos, for your time with Emma. Despite the loss to Cyprus, our Lady Crusaders had an impressive season, advancing to area with a great overall record. We look forward to having the incoming freshman class add to our next season's roster. Great job, ladies.
It's now time to reflect on the highs and lows that define the journey of a Crusader men's soccer team. As covered in the previous broadcast, the departure of key senior players casted a shadow of doubt over our prospects, leaving us grappling with the challenge of rebuilding from the ground up. However, as champions do, we turn adversity into opportunity with each stride on the field. The absence left a considerable void, but it gave a canvas for our emerging Crusaders to showcase their talents. The leadership of our senior guys, Carlos Flores, Andrew Sackett, and Michael Wilkerson, breathes unwavering determination into our game plans. Even amidst challenges, our commitment to honesty and integrity never wavered. Each Crusader fully leveraged their skill set to keep opponents at bay, not faltering under pressure. As the final whistle blew on the season against OLH, we emerged not just as a team, but as a family forged in the crucible of competition. Let us now turn to the team captains, Carlos Flores and Andrew Sackett, for their parting words on the soccer season.
Thank you, Mick and Juliet. I'm Mr. Bianson here. I'm here with the team captains, Andrew Sackett and Carlos Flores. Guys, great game despite the season elimination. What evaluations can you make about the team's season performance? And additionally, what advice can you give to the future cohort of next year?
Thank you, Mr. Bianson. I feel that we put our hearts out into the game. We did the best that we could. It was a rebuilding season coming off the great players and the talent that we had last year. We did the best that we could. We cultivated some great talent. We did the very best we could, and we're going to go on to the next year and keep the tradition going, keep it running for the best we can do.
Carlos, do you have anything?
So from this group, compared to the first game to now, it was quite a big increase in kind of the quality of how we played. Some of us were more comfortable with the ball. Some of us just grew in not being afraid to go for the ball. And yeah, I think we really bonded as a team, really. At the beginning, it was a little rocky, but now it was, we went down like brothers. And to the soccer team of next year, don't give up. Never settle for less or for the bare minimum. To dream is to achieve. I was always taught that. And you should always set your standards high, even if everyone else thinks there's no way, just do it anyway. So one thing that I can tell y'all is that successful people, a little life lesson here, they're always a little bit delusional on the fact that they set really high standards for themselves. And I believe that the next soccer team should do the same, even though it's still in the rebuilding phase for Atomic Soccer. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Gentlemen, that was a good and hard-fought season, and it truly was a privilege having y'all as leadership figures of the team. Good luck on your future endeavors, yeah?
Thank you.
Back to you, Mick and Juliet.
Thank you, Carlos and Andrew, for the inspiring words for the closing of our soccer season. We hope to continue to rebuild the team successfully into next season. Now on to Juliet for the recap of the basketball season.
For the last segment of the summary of our fall and winter sports, we will turn to our men's varsity basketball team. The Crusaders started out their season very well with a few blowouts here and there. However, with a minor switch of roster in the midseason due to the departure of Yuza Tang and the arrival of Stephen Wetland, the team needed to make some adjustments on the offense dynamics. The change of pace in the midseason also impacted our team's performance. Despite the losses and an early ending to our postseason, we managed to push through and leave it all out there on the court. One notable member of our Crusaders who gave it his all was Gabe Wetland, who in the last sequence of their games for the season grabbed at least 10 rebounds per game, which is a testament to his selflessness. Let us now turn to Abigail Casey with Gabe Wetland on the summary of his season performance.
Thank you, Mick and Juliet. So Gabe, we've noticed that you've been grabbing 10 plus rebounds per game. So the question is, what motivates you to play your role so well in grabbing rebounds and finishing under the basket?
So we have a thing called Mr. Clean, where if we get the most rebounds on the team, we don't have to run for practice the next day. It doesn't really get much better than that for me, so I try to get as many rebounds as possible. And then the more rebounds I get, most of the time, the less I get from the boys, and that's always nice. I guess it's also my senior year, and I want to do good for coaches. Yeah.
Thank you. Back to you, Mick and Juliet.
Thank you, Abby, with your time with Gabe. Now we will turn to Megan Guerra with Coach Sanchez on his thoughts on the team's season performance.
Thank you, Mick and Juliet. I'm here with Coach Gabriel Sanchez. What did you think about the players you had on your team this year and the overall progression they had through the beginning of their season up until the end?
I thought it was really great. They kind of were used to a fast-paced offense, and they kind of got accustomed to the system that we were trying. The seniors are so used to playing with each other in such a small group. It was nice having them kind of grow and learn the strengths of the new incoming freshmen and all our new players, and being able to utilize each other's strengths throughout the season.
Nice. Thank you for being our basketball coach as first time at the Atonement. And back to you, Mick and Juliet.
That is all for the second broadcast of the Crusader Times. Once again, I'm Mick Skeens.
And I'm Juliet Powell. Thanks for joining us. Stay informed, stay involved, and remember, we are the heart of the Crusader community. God bless.
This has been the Crusader Times with Mick Skeens and Juliet Powell. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.